it's almost incredible, Dalton. Carey actually wants Ames to commit a murder for him. He came right out and said so in that many words.
He offered him $1,000, and Ames has until tomorrow morning to make up his mind. Either he takes the deal or he doesn't work for Carey anymore.
Well, what's the story? Who does Carey want killed?
Well, he wouldn't say, sir. That's what makes it tough. If Ames backs out now, Carey will probably get somebody else to do the job. And if Ames stays, well, you can see what kind of a spot he's in.
Well, I'm afraid he's going to have to stay, Dalton. We still haven't anywhere near enough information to move in on Carey. And if Ames does pull out now, he'll not only lose all those weeks of work, but somebody will be murdered, and we don't know who that somebody is.
All right, Chief. I'll tell Ames he'll have to stay. But in a spot like this, he's sure going to have to walk a tightrope.
Well, what's it gonna be? Are you in or out? What's the story?
Well, I'm here, ain't I? It's gonna be in.
Good boy, Frankie. I know you had nerve, now this proves it. From now on, you and me are gonna get along just fine.
Quit soft-soaping me, will you? I'm only doing this for one reason, that's the dough. Now, who's this guy you want me to knock off? What's his name?
Guy by the name of Ogden. Come on, I'll take you over to his apartment. Introduce you to his wife.
There it is.
You sure this is a good picture of your husband?
I told you it was taken 6 months ago. What did you guys have to come here for anyhow? I could have sent a picture.
Take it easy, Molly. The kid's got to do this thing right. He's got to know what your husband does all day, where he goes.
Why don't you just stop talking about it? I don't want to know anything that's going on. I don't even want to know who's doing it.
You want the insurance, don't you? That's what you're paying me for, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Then tell Ames everything he wants to know. Where your husband works, when he leaves the house, what time he gets home.
He doesn't work. He's been sick for 2 years now, ever since he got out of jail. All he can do is just sit around the house or go out for a walk, maybe. I gotta do all the work. For 2 years now, I gotta treat him like a baby. I gotta buy his food and his clothes. Sling hash 12 hours a day so he can live maybe a couple years more. It's a lot to do for a guy you don't even love anymore.
How come your husband went to jail?
Forging checks. What difference does it make anyhow? Look, why don't you guys just get out of here and leave me alone? Just tell me when it's all done, will you?
How long do you figure it'll take, Frankie?
All I gotta do is my own way. I ain't gonna just walk out in the street and plug somebody. I gotta pick my own time and place. After all, we're all in on this together. And nobody wants to get cut, so I better do it right.
Okay, kid, do it your own way. Only I want it done fast. I want it done real fast.
And you still haven't found out anything about this man, George Troy, or the counterfeiting operation, huh?
Nothing you could really pin down. Carey's getting ready to make a new batch of 10s. I found out that much. But where or when or who else is in on the deal, I still don't know. In the meantime, I'm sitting on a bomb.
Well, stall him as long as you can. But don't get hurt. We'll keep you covered.
Why? Give me one excuse why you haven't done it yet. You've been on this thing 10 days now, and all I hear from you is alibis.
Look, I'm just as anxious to get it over with as you are.
Well, why don't you do something about it? Yesterday you had something all figured out. Today you don't like it. 3 days ago it was the same thing. How many times you gonna figure this job before you do it?
It ain't that easy, I tell you. He don't go out at night. And all day long he sits around the house, reading.
Okay, stop giving me excuses. I told you I wanted this job done real fast. Now go on over to Molly's place, figure something out. She said she's got an idea for you.
Molly's got an idea?
You heard me. Go on over there. She's waiting for you up on the roof.
He comes up here all the time, especially these hot summer nights. It's got this birdhouse up here. Comes up to leave food for the birds. Sometimes you don't get back to the apartment till 10, 11 o'clock.
So what do you want me to do? Shoot him up here? Where anybody on these other roofs can hear the shot and come a-running, I never make it down to the street.
I didn't say you had to shoot him. It's 6 flights up.
I don't get it.
Oh, for crying out loud, do I have to tell you everything? You were supposed to do this all by yourself. Now I gotta show you every move.
Maybe I figured you didn't want it done. Maybe I figured I was doing you a favor.
Well, I do. I just can't stand this waiting around anymore. Seeing him every day, having him look at me like I was somebody that was helping him.
They might go through with it, Molly. How you gonna feel after it's all over?
You leave me alone. I want it this way. Look, I want some kind of a life. Every time you put it off, Look, the guy is sick. He gets dizzy spells. All he'd have to do is come up here some night when nobody's around and... Well, it could happen like that, couldn't it? All you'd have to do is just... With just one little push.
Molly, what are you doing up here? I thought you were at the movies.
Well, I changed my mind. Seth, this here's a friend of mine from the diner. His name is Frankie.
Pleased to meet you, Frankie. Nice up here, ain't it?
Yeah?
I come up here to feed the birds. I've got a whole family of robins in here. Little ones are just learning to fly.
Well, I gotta go, Molly.
Well, what's your rush? Why don't you stay up here and talk to Seth a while? You'd like some company, wouldn't you, Seth?
Sure. I don't get much chance to talk to people. Why don't you stay up here, Molly? I hardly see you anymore.
Well, I'm awful tired, Seth. I think I'll go get ready for bed.
Nice night, ain't it?
Yeah, great.
24 hours is all I'm giving you. 24 more hours to do this job or else you're pulling out of here. And you better pull out of here fast.
I don't know why you're getting so excited, Kerry. I couldn't take a chance last night. There were 3 guys on a roof right across the street, just standing there and watching. If I'd have pushed the guy, they would have seen the whole thing.
Just 24 hours, Frankie. And I ain't fooling. Answer that.
Hello? Yeah, Chester, he's here.
What are you bothering me for? I thought I told George not to call me. Well, you call him back and tell him I'll let him know. Yeah, he's in room 261.
What's up?
None of your business. Nothing's your business until Ogden gets it, you understand? Just remember, Frankie, 24 hours.
On the hunch that the name George, which Carrie had mentioned on the phone, might possibly be George Troy, the truck driver who had picked up the paper supplies from the Rivers Paper Company, Ames telephoned Agent Dalton and notified him that George Troy might possibly be staying at a local hotel in room 261, the room which Carrie had spoken of. Immediately, Dalton went to work, calling every listed hotel in the local area, and at each asking for room 261 and a man named Georgie.